Chapter 20. Plants and Animals in Water. You have learnt earlier that water is essential for the animals and plants to live. Many plants and animals live in water. Let us learn about them. Plants in water. Plants which grow in water are called aquatic plants. Aquatic plants can be divided into two groups depending upon whether they float on water or they live underwater. Floating aquatic plants. Such plants can be free-floating or fixed. Free-floating plants. Some plants float freely on the water surface. They float because they are not attached to any place and are very light due to air-filled cavities in their leaves and stem. The water hyacinth, duckweed, and water lettuce are examples of free-floating aquatic plants. Fixed aquatic plants. Some plants appear to be floating on water, but their roots are attached to the pond bed. Such plants have broad leaves and stem with holes. The lotus and water lily are examples of fixed aquatic plants. Do you know, kamal kakri, eaten as a vegetable, is actually the stem of lotus plant. It is called lotus bamboo. Underwater plants. These plants remain submerged in water and are attached to the pond bed. They have needle-like leaves and they breathe through their body surface. Such plants help in cleaning up water and making it fit for aquatic animals by using the carbon dioxide present in water and releasing oxygen in it. Hydrilla is an example of such a plant. Do you know weeds grow where they are not wanted? Parasitic weeds attack the host plants and deprive them of water and nutrients. Animals in water. The animals living in water are called aquatic animals. Aquatic animals have developed certain features which help them to live in water. For example, they have gills to breathe and fins or flippers to move. Many types of animals live in water. There are some animals which cannot live outside water. Fish, whale, dolphin, prawn, seahorse, etc. are some such animals. Do you know the seahorse is the only true fish which swims in an upright position and not lying down as other fish do? The fish, seahorse, prawn, etc. breathe with gills, but the whale and dolphin are mammals and therefore breathe with their lungs. Fish have fins and the whale and dolphin have flippers which help them to swim. Some aquatic animals have shell on their body which protects them from other animals. Lobster, crabs, and turtles are such animals. Some aquatic animals are birds like ducks and penguins. They breathe with their lungs and have webbed feet which help them to swim. Animals like the frog, tortoise, and crocodile can live both in water and on land. Such animals are known as amphibious animals. Mosquitoes and malaria. Mosquitoes do not live in water, but they breed in water. They lay their eggs in stagnant water. These eggs develop into larvae which live in water and then change into pupa in a few days. Mosquitoes then come out of these pupa. These mosquitoes can be very harmful to us as they can spread diseases like malaria and dengue. In earlier times, people used to think that malaria was caused by bad air. The term malaria has been taken from Italian words mala, which means bad, and aria, which means air. Malaria was also called marsh fever because it was found to occur more in marshy areas, near ponds or pools of stagnant water. It was later discovered by a scientist, Sir Ronald Ross, that malaria was actually spread by the bite of the female Anopheles mosquito. Dengue fever is caused by the bite of Aedes mosquito, which breathes in clear water. Do you know disease called yellow fever is spread by Aedes mosquito and elephantiasis is spread by Culex mosquito? When a mosquito bites a sick person, it sucks blood containing the germs of the disease. When the same mosquito bites another person, it transmits the germs of the disease into the blood of that person, and thus spreads the disease. Mosquitoes breed well in stagnant water. Water collected in waste containers like bottles, tin canisters, tires, etc. Water collected in puddles, pools and open tanks also acts as a breeding place for mosquitoes. The spread of malaria and dengue can be prevented by taking the following precautions. Proper personal sanitation should be maintained. The patient should be isolated. He should be kept in a separate room having ample scope for fresh air and sunlight. All articles used by the patient like his clothes, bed linen, towel, handkerchief, comb, etc. should be sterilized with Dettol, Savlon, etc. The patient's feces, sputum, vomit, etc. should either be burned or should be properly disinfected. All the cases should be reported to the local health agencies. Proper environmental sanitation should also be maintained. Water should not be allowed to stagnate in and around houses and hospitals. The patient should not be allowed to spit, vomit, urinate, or defecate in open places. Healthy eating habits should be followed. Food and water should be kept covered to keep away flies. Water should be boiled before drinking. Vegetables and fruits should be washed properly before eating them. Hands should be washed with soap and water before and after eating. A balanced diet, adequate rest, and regular exercise will help in keeping the body free from disease.